So yeah, let's start with Portugal since I said we'd start in the west, and then we'll uh, do Europe first, Africa, Middle East, and Asia last.
Before you start,
You don't want to do the New
what
World?
We'll do
I
the
just want to
colonies
say
first.
this. I just want to say something and get out before you start. If I was playing Denmark, Warsaw would be my capital. Bye bye.
Okay. Tough guy, Nabi. So yeah, I'm gonna start with Portugal, and then I'm gonna do his colonies afterwards. Then I'm gonna go Spain, his colonies, and then England, his colonies. You know, Jesus, everything okay in the back there? Did his gold income drop a little bit?
I don't think so.
Um, yeah, yeah, I don't think he needs to have it. Why did he release this? Was this a rebel defection or what happened? 3 gold provinces here still. That's amazing. Why is he earning so much more from one of them? Are the others depleted?
It has a modifier for I can see.
Oh, nice. That is a really nice income. He's losing a lot of
Yeah.
money though. On colonial maintenance. Holy shit. Oh, right. I know what's happening here, I think, because these colonies were colonized by the West Indies, and then I had to fix them because, it's Portuguese Colombia. So he just inherited them and it spiked his colonial maintenance. If he abandons these 3, he's going to be normal. So don't pay attention to that. Let's look at his armies, what you expect from Portugal. Um, decent sized navy. Is he building up his naval force them buildings? Not really. Production, somewhat. He built stacks in almost every province. You don't really see that often from Portugal because it doesn't have that much early game income. So I don't know if that was better than just like saving up money for colonies or something. Anyway, what's going on with since he's not here? Can you tell us what's going on with his alliances and stuff?
Um, he made a trade deal
No,
with Songhai player.
I'm
Or
here.
is-
Oh, you're
or
here. You ought to tell us what's going on with your alliances and your
For,
colonies and stuff.
yeah, for now, I'm just focusing on this session. I focus on farming all the colonial nations in South America. And
Yeah, that's
as
smart.
for
Currently, you have
uh,
a player on Brazil. You have a. Do you have a second player? Oh, you're getting a player
yeah,
on Colombia, I think, right?
yeah, there's another player coming to Colombia. Yes.
Okay. And then we might give you Argentina one as well if your competition gets seeded.
About that situation of the Caribbean colony colonizing Colombia stuff. Maybe it's better to save fixed after the next save. I don't know because
What do you mean?
uh, because like you showed, I'm I'm getting 70
Yeah, but
decades
you. I
ending
think
now.
as soon as I unpause, you have more than 5 provinces here. So it's good. Oh, right. Even after you form. Wait,
No,
no, you
because
have this colonial nation,
yeah, I have formed
and
already.
it's pawned as animist. What the fuck?
I
I don't
checked
know.
it.
I think you're just gonna have to abandon them, or I can return them to Carib. Nah, I don't think I can return them to Caribbean because that would be breaching the rules. So, I think you're just gonna have to abandon 1 or 2 of them. I'm sorry. This one just started though, so that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else is going on? Just pumping everything into the colonies, basically.
Yes, and I'm colonizing a bit of Africa now, trying to go around the Cape. I have a couple of deals
Yeah, I see that.
to make transfers of trade, and so everyone on the on, upstream
Yeah,
can
yeah. So
can
you
get a bit
basically
of
just
money.
need one province in Cape, so you have the trade reach, and then you're fine. You don't even need to get a lot in Cape because no one's gonna have the fleet to compete with you in Cape now that Kill was dead. So colonize like one of these, and then you will pretty much have the primacy here as long as you can maintain a trade fleet. and then you can push everything. I think, yeah, if you get into the Spice Islands, you can start pushing from there. But I don't think so, because yeah, Malacca's pretty strong. So maybe limit yourself to Africa and the New World for now.
I think you should be able to take some trade from Malacca.
Malacca's really strong, but we'll get to that. Malacca's doing pretty well, and I think he has a way better fleet than Portugal at the moment too. So about your alliances, how's the stuff looking with France? So a war there. Did your colonies help out, or is it too
Yeah,
early for them to be involved in European wars?
they helped out a bit, especially Brazil, but it's kind of meaning. He's going cavalry, so
Oof.
I don't know.
Why is that?
It's just having a bit of fun,
Uh,
but he's still not very big. I think it's
Yeah, not
top
very big contributor. I see that they're not gonna help for a while. West Indies has a decent army though, surprisingly. So that's
if you
odd.
checked, I'm subbing quite a lot my colonies, so they run full colonies.
1-2, 1-2. Oh, it's working.
14.
Because if they have
Yeah, if they
an
have more money, they colonize more. That's smart.
they don't colonize. Yes.
All right. Let's look at Brazil real quick. Is the Brazil player here? Who was the Brazil player?
Oh, he's not here.
Okay. Um, Making a chunky amount of income already. I don't know if he needs your subsidies, but damn, that's an amazing amount of gold. This is what happens when you complete the mission and he just starts pumping out gold, because he didn't even develop these properly and he's already making an insane amount from them. Which one has the modifier? This one?
Yeah.
And how does the modifier work? Does he get it on all the gold provinces he discovers from now on, or is
No,
there
no,
a
it's
chance?
only that one, and then a higher chance of finding more gold.
Okay, I see.
You can see the chance of finding gold.
Yeah.
I think it is around 25 now.
Oh, it's not in here. Huh.
Yeah, 25%.
Yeah, that is significant. 20. Jesus. So he's gonna be swimming in it practically. So that's pretty good shit. Just keep colonizing, I guess. Not much more to say for Brazil. Hire an advisor. I don't know if it's a new player or what, but yeah, you don't want to be running without an advisor, especially when you have money for it, and you definitely do have money for it. How do the government reforms look for colonies? Pretty odd stuff. Chivalric. Did he tell you why he went chivalric at all?
Like I said, he's meaning. I don't know if he's gonna change, but
He's
That-
just
that's-
memeing a little bit, I guess.
he made sure that the support he gave to the war against France was only cavalry units. So.
Hmm.
there
I
you
see.
go.
Did you guys change Brazilian ideas?
No, I don't think we did.
Then why did he take them over colonial? They're absolute
no,
trash.
he was not. He was not here at the start of the session. The session started and the AI formed Brazil.
That's a massive handicap.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's
It's not an endgame character, is it?
no, I don't think it is. Yeah, we don't have another Portugal colony, so let's go to Spain and see what's going on there. $81 income. Not nearly as much in gold. After I've seen Portugal and fucking Brazil, it's insane how much they make from a single province. But
Yeah.
still a decent amount. I guess those modifiers, they just pay off big time. You're getting up there on Crownland and already have a good chunk of land to nobility. Are you gonna keep seizing here, or do you start selling? Because they already have a decent proportion, I think. What's
No,
your plan?
I think I'll keep teaching just to get the money for it.
Yeah.
I
Smart.
mean, that money bank is pretty huge. And early game, I had to see. What's it called?
Sorry?
I got an event for the nobility where they took like 20% of my land.
Oh damn, that is.
Yeah,
That's
so
not
that's
good.
why I got so high. But it's fine now. Like now I get the benefits of it. But
Uh,
yeah,
pretty good force limit on your little subject here for now. How's
yeah.
yours? Decent and good morale. Just looking good overall. What ideas did you go for? Offensive?
Yeah, I went offensive.
Yeah, I think that would be a good call. What do you think, Ice? Do you think quality would have been better here?
I mean, I think Spain is going for land combat, so offensive makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you're right. I just when I think Spain, I kind of mix it in. But he has a loyal Portugal, so I don't think he's going to be having any problems with Navy.
No.
What else is going on in this part of the world? What's your deal with France? Because did you even take anything from the war with him, or did you just let him out?
No. I white pieced him so I could take Tunis out.
I see. And you're just going to be
Uh,
focusing on Tunis then?
yeah, I'm gonna take up to the space of Tunis, and then Songhai might be getting some more land up in Africa.
Well, that's
So
up to
get
you, I guess.
my get an ally up there. And kind of depends on if France is gonna die or not. Because if he's gonna die, or switch like new player gonna come on, I think I might just like take the West.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I mean, the player was a little bit upset, but I don't think he's gonna quit. He's still in a very good position. I looked at the nation, and he has less income than you, but his army is still very
Yeah,
formidable.
he went with the inspirational leader and so on
Hmm.
for that fight, so he went heavily into it.
Ooh, you still have a lot to build up. Look at all these silk,
Yeah, I know.
iron, copper province. Damn. You even have some tax. Um, how are your manufactories? You didn't build
I
any?
haven't built. No,
Oof.
never seen one.
Um, how is your trade gonna look? Are you just get
Gonna,
it? What?
yeah, I'm gonna do the trade deal with Portugal. Like give him all my trade.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's smart. And then you just collect in Valencia too, I guess, so it doesn't siphon off.
Yeah.
The node there kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, when building, I guess my advice would just be not to build in Valencia anything to begin with. But with this much shit to build up, I think it might be worth it for you to sell titles a couple times just to build up, if money is the issue. But I guess we'll look at your neighbors and see if you're behind on income or not. But
I don't think I'm behind on income. Like the problem with Portugal is he has the big gold mine and he has trade ideas.
yeah,
And soon I'm gonna start getting some more from the treasure fleet. I can also get the naval doctrine for it
Mm.
and government, so I'll get more money from that way.
did you already have the plus 20 morale event pop up
No,
this season?
no, I tried to get the plus 10 discipline, but it didn't fire.
Yeah, sometimes it can just be as I think the mean time to happen is like 10 years, so it can be a while. But
Yeah, exactly.
for the morale, you need a plus 3, just in case you didn't know.
Oh yeah, I know that. I got
But
luckily enough, I got the event for 15 more.
Hmm.
So that helped me a lot in
but
the
yeah,
war
I don't know
against
why
France.
you'd be trying to pop it now anyway, because you have oh, it's only a 2-year truce. Yeah, you said it's white piece. So yeah, let's look at your colony real quick, and then we can swap over to France.
I mean, as you can see, the immigrants are doing a good job of taking over
Yep, the
that region.
immigrants are doing what they do. They're stealing their jobs.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Pretty good income. Did he get all the gold ones?
No, he's trying to go for it now.
Oof, yeah, he's gonna have them like immediately next session, like 5 gold provinces there. That's gonna be fucking insane.
Yeah, and then I can just help him develop it up.
His tolerances are really bad. I thought the colonies have a good tolerance for.
I don't get anything in the religious unity.
Huh. Interesting. Does he have? No, he has default colonial ideas. Can he form Mexico same as the other two formed? Yeah.
He could, yeah. But I think we were going for Texas instead.
Oh, I see. That's probably a better idea. Can't he form Texas out of Mexico, or does
No,
that?
he has to have his capital in Texan region.
I see. I'm
And
not even gonna look at policies because they keep bugging out. But yeah.
No, that's true. The AI, it was AI for like half a year, and then he
Oh.
just took full policy. So I don't know if it could be safe fixed then or something like that.
Yeah, if it was that, he would probably request some mana for save fixes. He's looking quite decent. Think you might need a little bit of your help. Oh, you are helping him. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you help him like consolidate in Mexico a little quicker, he can probably be a lot stronger. But you also don't want to just overextend him too much, and his nation's just gonna implode if that happens. You wanna,
Yeah,
you know,
like I have more time to send troops over now since France is in the big war.
Hmm.
So I can just send like 30k over and then help him kill all the rebels.
yeah, that's gonna help him a lot. All right, for France, a little behind on income compared to you. Going into debt, not
But
that
he's also
dramatically.
he's sieged at the moment, so that reduces income. In reality, it should be higher if he wasn't at war.
Yeah, but he's not sieged down that bad. And oh, I thought these are in Genoa. These two are in Champagne. I don't know. How much do you think his actual income is if he wasn't at war?
Or maybe like 5 or 10 higher.
Oof. But yeah, still lower than you, so I wouldn't be too worried about income. I don't think he's built up at all either, because... Oh, he did actually. He built up quite a bit. Damn, that's impressive. Any manufactories? None, and he has quite a few good provinces, so when he starts building manufactories, he's going to spike up dramatically. Almost no manpower buildings either. Quite a few force limit, but force limit's not that important right now, seeing as, yeah. What ideas did he go for? Is this, do you have to go for... Does the reform unlock plutocratic? I forgot how it works. Or do you just
No,
get it by default?
Everyone can get it.
Huh. I guess I just didn't pay attention to it. That plus morale is good, but does he get anything else good from it?
Force limit,
Oh yeah.
manpower recovery.
Oh right, it's the
and
meme
some
idea
income
that
stuff.
Leo pushes, but yeah, it seems pretty good
Yeah.
for France actually. Yeah,
It seems his idea is just to get a lot of income from trade and then get his troops as cheap as possible and get a lot of them.
yeah, I think this is gonna work out for France because he doesn't really need army quality early on because he has Alan, and you know he can pretty much beat anyone one-on-one until like the 1600s, I think, until people get their fourth idea or until people finish their third idea group. So I think he's fine just going for insane amounts of quantity, and I think that's why he took plutocratic and quantity just to get huge armies. But did he get? Yeah, he unlocked it already. So not that big as I would expect with both quantity and the bonus from plutocratic unlocked. I'd expect his army to be a little bigger. Doing decent on Crown Land. Yeah, I thought he did all the bonuses. He has a lot of vessels. Damn. Does he still have the strong duchies? Yep, he does. And as for the war, if anyone's interested, Austria and Byzantium attacked Naples, and France intervened, and now France is getting sieged down because he sent his entire army into Naples and he got cut off, which is not an optimal move to do. What I'd recommend to anyone watching, if you get in a similar situation, you have to have Naples hold out on his own because he does have mountain forts. So the better idea here would be to just let Naples defend on his own while you go into Austria through like farmlands and woods and shit here. It would just be much easier to get war score that way, or even better to go through you know, northern Italy and then connect with Naples. Just going straight south into Naples and getting cut off from your country is never a good move, and he's getting punished for it, and he's gonna get the stab hit out of the war pretty soon. So yeah, there's a lesson in that, I guess.
Look at his morale though, how high it is.
Oh yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. In 1547.
Yeah, it was higher. He also had higher discipline.
Yeah.
Oh,
How much is that?
He got army reform too. That's why. God.
Yeah. But that's what 120% or something like that.
Holy shit!
It's
Yeah.
a lot because the base is only 3.
I have to go for a little bit. Can someone message us when we get to like the Mughals in Asia, please?
Sure.
All right, thank you.
I'll just post in the chat.
All right, thank you. Just at me.
Sure. I don't know about running a reinforced advisor during a war. Even though you already have high morale, you can always get more from a morale advisor or hiring a discipline advisor if you don't want the morale one. But yeah, reinforce is just not that great. I guess since you're cut off and you can't build more troops, but even still your manpower is already tapped, so I don't know. He can get a bunch of manpower from slackening, and I don't know why he didn't do that yet, because he did 0. I don't think he hired any mercs yet.
I mean,
Did
does
he?
he really want to commit? Does he
Yeah.
want to commit to the war?
Well, the thing is, he hired mercs, and he wasted a bunch of professionals
Yeah,
on
okay.
that. And again, another lesson to be learned: do not hire mercs until you waste all your professionalism, because you just get more from slackening and getting your manpower up than hiring mercs. It just it's a bit wasteful, unless these mercs have been sitting around for a while. But since they're 28 stack, I don't think so. So yeah, that'd be it for France. A little bit of advice, and yeah, politically, I forgot to say, and I also didn't look at his victory cards. His victory, the new ones spawn in the 1550s, right?
3 years.
Okay, so I'm not gonna be looking at victory cards then, since it's old ones, and we went over that.
I mean, he did complain to me because both, I mean, me, Spain, and Great Britain was allied, and he felt a little bit plugged in because Switzerland is also like moving heavily up north.
Yeah, he is very blocked in, and
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think you can blame anyone else for that, because you do need to interact with people, and especially during the game, you can't really just go to a separate voice chat with Naples, spend your entire game there, and then wonder why no one is like doing Diplo with you, you know? So
Yeah, I mean,
advice for players like this, and for France in specific in this situation, you need to talk to more people. Like, you could have talked to Commonwealth, you could have talked to Prussia, you could have talked to Switzerland even and tried to manipulate him, you could have talked to England, but you know, you isolating yourself while you are a good player from the looks of it, just like the amount of isolating you do is kind of cutting you off diplomatically, and that's just not good this late, because you do need allies, and having Naples as your only ally just does not work, since Naples has like 30 force limit. Like, is pretty much a minor at this point, you know? So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's look at the GBR. Saving up quite a bit of money. I'm not sure what for. We don't have an institution, right? No. Did he build his menus? Oof, yeah, he did. Still has quite a few, and they're in English channel, so build these immediately, because they're in your main node, so you're going to be profiting quite a bit from them, and definitely better than saving up money. Like, you're going to be making so much money from these 3, it's insane. And they are all in the English channel, I think. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, it is. So definitely build up those 3, unless you're saving up money for a war or something, but with manpower this low, I wouldn't be going to wars. It looks like he's trying to take something from Denmark. Now that Denmark's dead, I would also recommend trying to grab Norway and securing your Northern Sea node, so you don't leak to Lubeck from there, especially if like Prussia or Commonwealth try and get it. That would probably be a good idea. Besides that, what is he doing? Pretty high crown land. He doesn't really need to sell it because he has the money. I guess he's just going for the nobility thing. What I don't get is when people are making 78 a month and they're running a 50% cost advisor on level 2. Like, you promote him to 5 and like you're making 10 ducats less and you're getting so much mana. And same for all your advisor. I would promote them all to 5 if you can. I don't think you can this one because it's Portuguese, but if you have them 50% off, promote them to 5, because you're just going to be making so much mana from that, and money is not really a factor for you apparently. So yeah, get your mana generation up, because you can. And is GB here? No, so I don't think he can tell us anything about this diplomacy unless Spain wants to give us an insight.
I mean, we pretty much split up in the New World. I get colonial region in Mexico, and he gets Canada, 13 colonies, and Louisiana.
Yeah, seems like a fair split.
We're gonna split the Caribbeans, but as his vassals already taken Haiti, I'll have to take Cuba then.
What's the idea there? Because oh, he needs it for Louisiana, right? I thought no, Louisiana
Yeah.
flows into Ohio and then Chesapeake. So he doesn't really need Caribbean because all his trade flows through North America directly to English Channel, or yeah, Northern Sea and
Yeah,
English
yes.
Channel. So
I think it's more as just having it more
having
fair.
yeah, okay, yeah, because land is land even if it doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess there's that. That would be about it for England. I don't think there's anything else to say. Quite stale for now. I thought Western Europe would be a little more fun, but the wars are, yeah, and everything else going on is a bit stale. How is his navy? Well, I think he's the strongest by far around, so he doesn't really need to build up more. But I'd expect him to have a little bigger of a trade fleet, and I don't know why he's keeping around 3 galleys. Probably
I think it's for exploration.
Yeah, must
Yeah.
have been.
galleys for exploration. I don't think you can even explore with galleys.
No, not those three. The tree in the
No. Yeah, those are lights.
the Falklands.
Yeah, of course that's for exploration. But he has 3 galleys in.
Oh,
London.
yeah. I think he just captured them and
Yeah,
forgot to
probably.
do something with them.
All right. He has. What am I doing here? I'm spicing out. He has a vessel or a player in New Muscovy or 13th Sea. It's the old Muscovy player, and then he has one in New Khmer coming up, but that's not been played yet, so we're not going to look at that. Not running any advisors. Are advisors more expensive for colonies or something? I don't get it. I mean, he's not making that much money, but I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Is he getting subsidized? A little bit. I would I would ask for a little more subsidies from your overlords because he's making so much money, and yeah, the quicker you can colonize, the better for him. Yeah, I guess this is a good idea picks for colonies because you're not really going to be exposed to any threats, so you don't have to go for 2 mill ideas. You can just sit here and build and dev, so it's a good idea. And yeah, not much else to say here. Quite uninteresting so far.
I think that England should probably use some of his money to build up buildings in 13 colonies.
Oh yeah,
On New
let's look
Muscovy.
at that. He doesn't really have any great trade goods for now, and fur is still relatively low, so I don't know. I think he just needs to subsidize him for now so that he can. I think subsidies will be better than building buildings, so he can colonize more and conquer all the natives. I think that would be better for him, because all of these are in his region, so he can expand quite a bit if he gets like either subsidies or if he gets a 20 or 30k English stack here to help him. But yeah, because yeah, for now I don't think he has. Do you think it's worth to start building production buildings on fire and shit, like already? I think it would be better for him to colonize. I don't know. Alright, what's next? Swiss. Ice, do you want to give advice to my minion? Because I'm a little biased. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
but
13C, we
what's
just finished the nation.
Oh damn, so I missed it.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't spend too much on it, but you know.
I didn't imagine, I was just there for like the last hour, but I just, well, it's my lucky.
I can go back to it if you want to add something, real quick.
Oh no, it's not really much to say about it, I've just,
Yeah, not much
I
happened
kind
so
of
far.
got in on it just a bit of last session, so didn't really get much time on it.
Yeah,
So.
I figured. Alright, Ice, do you want to talk about Swiss?
He actually did last season. I mean, it looks like he made up some AI, and he has a few loans, but don't know what from. How much is he making?
He has 50 total income.
Oh, that's pretty okay.
He has
He should
one
be,
loan, so
yeah,
it's
okay.
not a big issue. The issue with him is either I gave him advice or he misunderstood me. I think he misunderstood me, and he built up 22
Oh yeah, the
cannons. And
yeah, okay, that's a bit too early.
you don't want to do this. Like, it doesn't matter if it's too early or not. If you only have 28 infantry, you don't want to have 22 cannons, because they're not going to do much good, you know? Like, they're going to get pushed to the front line immediately and just die off. Like, yeah. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you only
true.
want to do it in a big flare war.
yeah, and even then, again, if you can't really support them with infantry, it's not worth building them. I would probably disband like half of them or keep 12 cannons and build up infantry to force them it for now.
Yeah.
That's also going to fix up his economy a little bit. His problem as Swiss is going to be the nodes, I think, because he pretty much built up everything already. I think, yeah, he has production everywhere. He has tax everywhere. He doesn't have that many well, he does actually. He has all the important ones, I think.
Yeah, yeah, mostly.
Yeah, so he's built up everything, but his problem as the Swiss is going to be, you know, capitalizing on those buildings and stuff, because he has to try and consolidate a node. He either has to try and consolidate Champagne or Genoa, and without it, because his country is in 3 trade nodes right now, and he is not the primary in either of them. He's not even close, I think. Yeah, he's 17 in Champagne. He's 7% in Genoa, and yeah, this is just a mess. I'm colorblind, so I can't find him.
Isn't his home node in Burgundy node?
His home node is in Champagne, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So why is he collecting there instead of in
What
like
do you mean?
Rhineland
No,
or something? He has a
No,
merchant.
he has a merchant in Champagne collecting.
yeah, because his home node is in Champagne.
Yeah, but is it worth
Yeah,
it
but
instead of
no.
collecting Rhineland or pushing from somewhere else?
I would for him. Well, for him, I would recommend switching his home node to Genoa, and then pushing from Champagne. I think, and if he upgrades this trade center to 3, when he gets the money, I think
Yeah, he could
might.
do the math.
Yeah, I think he could start making more income that way. But for now, just collecting in both Genoa and Champagne, it just doesn't work. And then when he gets a spare merchant, obviously push from Rhineland too, and then you're gonna be good. But you need to go for the centers of trade in Genoa. I think you need to, you know, get some of these somehow, or you need to go after France, because right now, no matter how much you build up, you're just gonna kind of stagnate and die, because trade income becomes so much more important later on. Like, tax won't sustain you, and he's getting most of his income through tax right now, and that just won't scale. And the rest of it will. So he's just gonna stagnate too much and die off if he doesn't try and consolidate the node.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Oh, England showed up too, right after we finished this nation. Damn it.
Oh, wait, you start on the left side? Oh, shit.
Yeah, we
I
start.
thought you would go again through, like, Japan and then Malacca and then...
No, we started in Portugal. Damn it. Sorry.
No problem.
That's why we're already on Naples. I feel like everyone's showing up after I finish their nation. It's funny. Naples, it's quite a bit behind, but I think the Naples player has done a great job playing his nation. He's making a lot of income through trade, because he has somewhat consolidated Genoa. He has pretty much all the centers of trade, and he's transferring from the Pope. So yeah, the Naples player just pretty much had bad luck, because he had to fight Florence in session 1, he had to fight Venice in session 2 and 3, and now he's fighting Austria and Byzantium, and it just didn't work out, I guess. My advice for Italian players is you have to do more cunning diplo, and you have to be more decisive, and just take over Italy as soon as possible, because the outside forces are going to grow a lot quicker than you do. And if you don't have Italy by like the 1500s, you're probably going to stagnate and die. I don't think you can catch up, no matter how good you play, because yeah, it's just you have to consolidate Italy quick. Or something else. If you consolidate Genoa and then go after Tunis or something, that would also work, but probably better to consolidate Italy. Anyway, for Naples player, doesn't have any buildings, but again, he has been in constant wars, so can't really be looking at that. I think his inflation's quite high too, 19%, yeah.
If you look at his in production income.
One sec, I just have to mute for a sec.
Your mom just called me and was a total.
Alright, sorry for that. I just had a phone call. So yeah, where were we with Naples?
Like his income doesn't look too great about rent rate, like 7-8 ducats tax and 1 ducat production.
What? Sorry, I couldn't hear
Like,
you.
yeah, like Naples is pretty far behind Sicily.
Yeah.
Just looking at his income alone.
I don't know. His war exhaustion is extremely high too. I just don't know what he can do. And if anyone else wants to give him advice, because I'm a bit biased here, because he's fighting me, obviously. But I just don't think he's gonna be surviving for very long. I don't think there's anything else to say here.
He should probably have made an agreement with PLC, something like that.
That's probably a good idea. He should
Yeah.
probably talk to PLC, Spain, even maybe England. I don't know. Like, just I think Diplo is the only way out of this at this point. You know.
Yeah, I think like Naples is in the same boat as France, like we're choosing to do Diplo and then blaming on that server environment.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that too much because they were a bit upset about it. But again, if you're kind of isolating yourself and then you get picked off, you don't really have anyone else to blame but yourself. You have to talk to people, you know.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's actually what I mean.
Let's
They isolate themselves and then.
But again, I think both of them are pretty good players and they're fighting relatively well. They built up their nations well. I just again, you have to Diplo. That's just how it is. You have to talk to people. You can't just depend on your skills completely and then get mad when you get ganked. You know. All right, let's look at Austria. The Emperor. I have quadrupled my income in one session, actually, because I think I was on 35 or something last session. So quite proud of that. Getting the gold from Bohemia helped a little bit at first, but then the gold mine depleted twice, so I found it fitting to rename it to Depleted Piece of Shit, because I was a bit upset. And yeah, that's pretty much all that happened with Austria. I just consolidated into Venice, and right now I'm just trying to be friends with everyone, with Austria trying to end me. My explanation for the war with Naples, by the way, is that I had an agreement with Naples where I would get my trade centers in Venice, and first off it took Urbino, which is important, and without it I'm always going to be losing some money to him, and it's, you know, a significant amount. It's 15% right now that I could just get if I had Urbino. Second off, he gave France Savoy, like he let France vassalize Savoy, which boxes him in the west, and it also threatens my ally Swiss. So if he boxes himself in the west, and he already made an agreement with me to take the Venice stuff, that kind of tells me that he's planning to attack me with France. And you know, people can say whatever they want about that, But that's my thinking on it. I just really thought that Naples and France are going to go after me at some point because again they also spent their all the time with each other, and I decided to act proactively and go after him. I've had really bad luck with heirs. I think I disinherited like 3 times and then I got this one, so that's a bit shit. But yeah, besides that, my nation's doing quite well so far. Um, with one little problem being the PLC with like 300 force limit, they can just like roll me over in a month, so that's a bit of a worry, but you know, just have to sit here and hope that he doesn't do that.
Can we take a look at buildings?
Yeah, I have built pretty much all the manufactories in Venice, some in Austria. I also have some like up here that are good.
Quite some good one left.
Yeah, but if I build this in Ravensburg, I'm just gonna get the production. I'm not gonna get anything from the trade because I'm not gonna be collecting in Rhineland for a while. So I figured it's not worth building the ones in Rhineland yet until I can get some more of the trade centers and start collecting there. I already have vessels in Ansbach and Würzburg, so I think when I integrate those and then I get some more trade centers, I can probably start building up Rhineland. But for now, my priority is just building up in Vienna and Venice, and I've pretty much built every good building in Vienna and Venice for now. I have taxes in all the good provinces, same as production. Manpower everywhere. I even built some force limit. So yeah, I think my nation's built up quite well. I also had to redo the fort line completely because the AI, or I think that's the starting fort line or whatever, has forts on every fucking farmland province, like in Bohemia. So I think the forts were here on grasslands, in Prague, and then there was a fort in Passau. So I had to spend a bunch of money just rebuilding the fort line because it wasn't using the woods or the hills at all. And again, with the scary big PLC there, I don't want him to just walk through grasslands and occupy me. I also think moving my capital to Vienna or to Venice would be a good idea, but I don't know about that yet because Vienna is pretty exposed. If there's any experienced Austria players here, that would be beneficial to know. Where do you normally go with your capital?
Either Tyrol or Venice, say.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Either in here in the mountains or Venice, but I think it'll be Venice because
I mean, like, if you...
the problem with Venice is my navy's never going to be that big, but
yeah, especially if you could have navy, but then I'd say Venice.
Yeah. Without navy, I'm probably just going to put it here and then have mountain forts on all sides. That's going to be so hate. Alright, let's look at Brandenburg or Prussia now. He had a sub for the entire game. I think he had AI at start, so he's quite a bit behind now. But still a decent nation. 50 income. He managed to form Prussia through a diplomatic agreement with PLC. So that's great. Finished offensive. I don't know if he built up at all. Looks like he built up relatively well. He also got both Lübeck and Hamburg. So he has a fair chunk of... I thought he would have more, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess...
I'm a Britain protecting trade with quite some heavy stuff. Light ships.
Yeah.
I have quite a huge chunk.
I can see that.
Oh wait, I'm actually not at this point.
Yeah, and you still have a decent amount. You have 24%,
Yeah.
so that's a lot. Denmark has 35, but I guess he's going to get most of the trade centers from Denmark, and you're not, so that might put him over the edge. But yeah, I also think there's a lot of trade centers here to upgrade. What's the one in Lübeck at? It's at 2, so yeah, when he starts upgrading them, he's going to be making a lot of money, a lot more money. What else is there to look at with Prussia? Not much really. Just needs to figure out his trade and consolidate in Saxony and go for his bit of Rhineland. I have an agreement with him where he gets a fair bit of northern Germany, so that should help him out quite a bit, seeing his Rhineland also flows to Lübeck. So Yeah.
It's pretty nice for him that
Now you take a look
militarization
at his
just
army.
ticks.
Sorry.
Now you take a look at his army. Like his force limit and stuff.
52 force limit. He has 34 army active right now, and yeah, nothing that impressive. He's definitely a minor player for now, but you know how Prussia can scale, so just have to give him a session or two and hope that he survives so he can scale up. But I think that he is gonna survive because he has sort of an alliance with both me and the PLC right now, so it's kind of keeping him alive, where he has both of us balancing each other out somewhat, so no one's gonna jump and kill him for free, basically. But
what does he get from militarization at the moment? Because it slightly ticks up. Oh, what does it give?
Plus.
This is just how much it changes.
Is it this? I don't under. Where am I looking?
No, there's. Oh, there we go.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, so not that much yet.
Yeah.
Almost nothing.
How much does it scale up?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
The interesting part that it would stay there actually, while he's this size. Yeah.
I mean, if you have like high legitimacy.
As long as he doesn't go above government cap, it's gonna stay there.
Yeah, but doesn't he have a really weak government cap as Prussia? So.
Well, I mean, he could expand 200 more before it's a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, he's in a pretty decent position, I guess, as long as he keeps up his Diplo. Like everyone else, just do Diplo, bro. Let's look at Byzantium. Unless I missed someone. I missed someone last podcast we did, and I felt really bad about it. So I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Russia, Switzerland, France.
Depends. We're not taking Denmark into.
Oh, Denmark is dead. I don't think anyone's gonna be coming back on Denmark. Because yeah, Commonwealth got all of Sweden and Finland, cut him off from Russia. He's getting beaten up by Prussia in Germany, and England also declared on him and is probably going to take over Norway. So yeah, I don't think Denmark has an escape route here. He can't even colonize, so yeah. Alright, let's look at Byzantine. You want to tell us what's happening, Eist?
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple of wars against Rome to take some lands there.
What's up
and
with
then at the end of
ideas?
Just I don't think I'm gonna get too much out of quantity because my manpower is already okay, just from base values. And so only thing I would want from quantity is the force limit. But I really needed morale since I don't have any from my national ideas, so I opted for defense.
Yeah, that's it makes sense.
I'm trying to just essentially use my cavalry, so just stack the offensive modifiers and go heavily on cap.
Yeah, and I've seen that they were wiping out the French in Italy.
Yeah, even though my morale is way lower than France. France has actually a better effective discipline than I have. We still inflicted a lot of casualties, like 3 times as many casualties.
Yeah, so. It's because the cavalry combat ability. And do you get the bonus from?
No, but just like high cav CA, high discipline. Okay, leader pipped.
Why are you running a fort during a war? A fort advisor during a war?
I mean, I'm also using the construction cost religion thing. Because I mean,
yeah, you're
if
just not that invested.
If you look at the income, I might be above force limit, but I'm still making 50 a month because I'm not really committing that hard. I don't think it's needed.
You're not that much over force limit either, but yeah, like you said, it's not needed. It's interesting that you're making so much money with 40 cav maintenance. That is, yeah, your army is not cheap.
No, but if you look at the Cossacks, they are loyal, I think, right now. So that's minus 20%.
Yeah,
cav.
And you have their equilibrium on loyal, so they're
not
so below it.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah, it does. That's pretty good. What was I gonna look at? I fucking forgot. I guess it doesn't matter then. Yeah, your income's pretty good. Well, it's really good. I guess when we're able to make a trade deal, that's gonna help you out a lot. And here is where the trade deals become a little gamey, I guess. Whether like you have European nations and other like already rich nations just min-maxing it and just making more money out of thin air, and it also discourages conflicts. So in this case, like, I agree with banning trade deals, but again, we'll look at Africa in a little bit, and there I think they're kind of necessary, you know.
I also still need to make a lot of manufactories.
Yeah, then look at buildings. You have so many provinces though, so, but I think you built on all the good ones already. You have a paper one here, but not developed, so.
Mostly those, yeah, but I'm focusing Manos right now.
Yeah, makes sense. You focusing them in Greece, of course.
Yeah, almost done with them. I took Crown Land, took the cash, sold Crown Land rather.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I did too, to build up a lot of my buildings.
But I mean, I don't have any force limit buildings at all, so I focused on economy for now. Then I can go
yeah, I don't think
military
you need them
afterwards.
for now, unless PLC decides to roll us over. I don't think you're gonna need them.
Yeah, but I think I would die anyway, so.
Yeah, I don't think it
Why
would matter
bother?
too much. Exactly. Speaking of PLC, your fourth line with him, mountains, and this fucking vessels, dude. AI. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, once I integrate him, I want to make one on Tolku.
Yeah,
that's the swamp.
Yeah, that's a.
I guess I could actually I could already do it now.
Yeah,
just
I
make
think,
it my
I think
vassal.
you should start. And then where would the second one be? It's all fucking farmlands here, damn.
Yeah, it's all, there's no good one there.
Maybe Plovdiv and then Branichevo? I don't know.
Don't I already have one in Edirne?
Edirne.
No, I don't.
No, you have one in Gallipoli, but yeah, I think Plovdiv and Branichevo would be good ones, and or Plovdiv niche. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, let's look at PLC, see what's happening there. PTZ, you gonna speak at all, or? Well, that answers my question. And insane.
My mic is kind of skewed. I don't know if I can.
It works just fine.
Can you hear anything?
Yeah, we can hear everything.
Okay, that's weird because last night it didn't work at all. Didn't activate. I don't know.
It works just fine. So, what are your plans and what's going on?
I don't know. I just like I played a PLC like a few months ago, and I made some mistakes, like not killing Russia in time, not taking all of Baltic in time, fighting too much in the West. So I wanted to do different this time. Like my plan from the start was to just not care about the West and go for Novgorod and full Baltic. So it was okay that I had Okta. I always have fun battles with Okta, but then he died. So it was Leo. I still had to kill Leo, then it was his sub. Like,
yeah,
plans don't change regardless of who's put on the nation. Sorry.
Yeah,
then my Moscow v1 was ruined by Varians, who was pissed by the player and he killed him. So I basically somehow got a free game again.
Yeah,
just
I was gonna say,
into AI.
In 25, you had a free game as Ottomans. In 26, you got a free start as Prussia.
I didn't have a free game. I fought Austria, like the strongest Austria we've seen in a long time with the strong Russia. I had wars every time. I just won the wars.
I mean, come on.
And
Austria in 25 was just like he antagonized everyone, so he didn't get any help besides Russia.
Yeah, that was my luck. That he was such a big bully that I managed to get like smaller nations like Poland and like in Italy to be on my side.
Yeah.
And he only had Russia. Like that was my luck, because if Austria was more peaceful and just,
but yeah,
I would have been ganked to oblivion like I am now in Prussia.
I guess you have a point there. That's not a free game. That's just good Diplo, I guess. So
I just I got miners to help me out, and I just fought. Like I think the game was set then when the Timuride player for Mughals wanted to be friendly, so I could focus in the West all the time. But yeah.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
Like Prussia was free to build up, pretty much like this Commonwealth is, like to make it strong. But in the future, like I'm surrounded by very strong. Like you and Byzantium are strong, not as strong as me. Variance is very strong.
Yeah, you're stronger than Variance now, though. So that's impressive.
Yeah, I outscaled him somehow. I think because of the goods produced and all the modifiers. Like I was building manufacturers with 2 to 5 cost, so I just spammed them all over.
Yeah, your income is just insane right now,
with
and
all the reductions and shit.
An insane amount of force limit too.
Yeah, and like even my troops, I was trying to keep them on low maintenance, and then on high maintenance, just like a 15 difference. Like put them on low maintenance is not.
It doesn't
not
make
that
much of
big.
a difference for you.
That's the power of quantity as well, and all the lane maintenance modifiers.
So I would
like
just
the
like
costs.
set your full force limit on drilling than to just get an insane amount of manpower.
I mean, yeah, you can't drill all of them because of generals, but yeah, like I don't know. I think 2 of them died. I can only keep like 4.
yeah.
So you can drill like 4 stacks.
Well, 4 in a king or an heir.
4 and
probably an heir here.
Something, yeah.
Kind of shit.
Also, I didn't build cannon stack at all. Like I have a few cannons for sieging, but I didn't need to build a full cannon stack, so
Yeah,
that saves me money as well.
I mean, maybe on the next deck, but yeah.
Yeah, the biggest problem was the admin, like, and now I can golden age whenever I want and start power deving, or I can just wait and golden age at the start of the next stage when my goods produced goes off, so I can just keep
the good times. Is just an insane Commonwealth. I have no idea how this happened. When I was seeding and I'm trying to be clever about it, and like this player goes here, this player goes there, and they're gonna counter each other and blah blah blah, and then the game actually starts and like this shit happens, and I just like, why did they even try? I'm just gonna randomize.
In Austria is hard. Austria cannot afford to do Commonwealth. Byzantium did his own things, and then yeah, it's all about like variant skilling Muscovy. Like I should have had a session full of
and then variants
death warding Muscovy.
Fucking rolled him for some reason.
Like whatever. Like the Muscovy player is he was pretty convinced he could have beaten me. I'm pretty convinced I would have won, but yeah.
He actually put up a good fight against variants. I looked at it on Skanderbeg.
He did, but he went full bankruptcy build from the start. Like if you do that, that's
how much cavalry are you running on Poland?
How much what?
How much? I think I'm running like 7 in each stack, like a 27 composition right now. I don't know if I'm debating, like, this is actually something. I have the Golden Liberty, right? It's a perma 50% manpower modifier, right? And I don't know if it's worth going to 100 crown land and giving Golden Land to the nobles, then giving up Golden Liberty for the 100% or 90% normal one. I think it's worth at some point.
I think it's worth it when you can
just keep keeping it.
Yeah, I would keep it for now, and then when you can feed the nobility.
Yeah, I have so much crown that I can go for the governing capacity bullshit. I forgot about that. I can take the governing capacity for everybody right now.
Yeah, if you do that, you can
get extra governing capacity.
You can also make the Cossacks happier.
Like the Cossacks are fucking annoying because you removed like 2 things in the mod. You didn't give anything to keep them happy, so it's pretty.
I mean, I have mine at
to keep.
I have mine at 60% loyalty.
Yeah, I don't know how or what you did, but
because if it gives them 5% more, they're still gonna be only at 50. What did you do? Actually?
I mean, 50 is okay. I have no problem with 50 as long as they don't go negative when
I think it's from the supremacy of the crown from nobility. That's 10 of each, 10 loyalty and 10 influence.
Yeah.
It's just that I think that cavalry is.
Yeah, but that just gives you what? What does it give you extra? Cavalry cost?
20% cavalry cost and also 20% cavalry combat ability.
Right.
Oh, is the combat ability only at 60% loyalty?
No, cavalry combat ability is normal, and then at 60% loyalty you get the cost as well.
Yeah, the cost is irrelevant for me right now because I'm not paying that much. Like all the modifiers are just like money is not an issue right now.
Alright,
I just consolidated the Baltic. I just got Gotland. I got everything.
But you have more cavalry combat ability than I have, just from your national DS.
Yeah, exactly. I have like 33%.
I think it's really worth for you to go for cavalry. They did so
much.
I just
had a really good build-up session. Even though the war with Russia, with Muscovy, he was kind of. He just went Golden Age and started.
Yeah, I saw.
Full capping me like, oh my god, I had to run around, and on the laptop it's so difficult to control every stack, and it's hard to play.
PTZ, give some advice to Tunis. Go. Save his nation.
Come on. I don't know. He has no income. What are his ideas? Like, what can you say? This is a nation. Oh god, he had one idea and now he clicked 2 more.
Don't go trade. Like, why?
I mean, it doesn't matter what he goes as long as he doesn't feel the ideas, right? So who cares what he goes? He's not feeling the ideas.
Yeah, but why would he even try and fill trade? Like, I don't understand.
Because maybe he already has a military and an group.
I mean,
I don't know. I think maybe his plan is, if Naples dies, to just go into Sicily and take some of Genoa, and then.
Yeah, he's already trying to do that, but the problem is that Byzantium
That's
wants
the
all
thing.
That stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell. So I don't even know who are his allies. Did he fight with Spain against France? That he's joining now against France again?
He
No, he was together
basically,
with France.
yeah, he's technically allied to me right now, but that was only because he was like asking me to call him in so he can try and grab Sicily and give him like a lifeline because he's a dying nation, and I felt bad and I was like, sure, whatever. But
Like, if you attack him, it's not like you're gonna give your war score. Sicily, I think it's 100% war score if it's dead, right? So how do you give him Sicily and then you give Leo? Like, just declare your own war when the nation is dead.
yeah,
That's,
that he should probably
Yeah.
piece this out. I don't know. I was drinking yesterday, and when he asked me, like, I was already a couple shots in, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you could join the war. I wasn't really thinking about it, but when you do try and like think about it and be logical about it, he's probably not going to get anything out of this. So I would try and white piece and not waste any more
I mean, I also have
resources.
more land than now, so
Yeah, the problem is that Spain's like encroaching. Spain has Tlemcen.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he can afford to be offensive with Naples. He should have been allied to both France and Naples from the get-go.
I don't think he can afford to do anything at this point. I think it's like a minute till midnight for Tunis, and his lights are about to go out.
I agree.
I don't think there's anything for him to do anymore here.
I think the lights already went out in the pre-war with Spain.
Yeah, like Spain's here. Spain's gonna keep pushing, and he has no reason not to. You're allied to Songhai, but Songhai has a trade deal with Spain and Portugal, so he's not gonna help you, unless he like tries to make some plays. But again, I don't think he can afford to help you because Spain and Portugal are much stronger than both of you. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything to do for Tunis at this point.
Well, maybe either Sigala and Rome or Ethiopia, but I'm not sure if they're actually willing to do anything.
Yeah, congratulations for surviving for 4 sessions, but I think the next one might be the last. And I don't know what advice I can give him, to be honest. So that'll be about it for Tunis. Let's go to Songhai. He has a lot of forts. I don't know why he's keeping the Savannah ones. Is Savannah good? No, he doesn't get any modifiers in them. How much is he? 23 on fort maintenance and tech 1 for forts. That's much, and he's keeping them all up while he's at peace. So yeah, first advice that I can do for Songhai seeing this, you don't want to keep your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 5th, and I don't know what fort line you have here, on maintenance during peace. You only keep your 1st fort line on maintenance in case you get attacked. Like these forts you don't need them like on full maintenance at peace, and furthermore you don't need some of these forts like in general. You're just wasting money keeping up forts that like these two next to each other. Kind of stupid. Like delete this, you have this one guarding the entire it doesn't fucking reach that, so delete this too, build a fort in Gollum, delete this one because again useless. Something like that. Like you have to reorganize your fort line because you're wasting too much money, and more importantly, it's not going to be very effective. Like where possible, you want to build forts on hills, like here. So a fort here, and then maybe don't delete this one, keep that one there. Delete the Savannah ones where you can, and build forts on better terrain. But God, there's no better terrain here.
Jungle is -1, right?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, jungle is good. But he doesn't have that much jungle in here, so that's a problem. But yeah, where possible, just try and fix your fort lineup. Let's not focus on that too much, because again, he's at peace. I don't think he's under any threats right now, so he just generally doesn't need to maintain them all. It's just wasting of 23 ducats a month, which is significant. He is again allied to. Well, he's not allied, but he has a trade deal with Portugal, and therefore he's somewhat friendly with Spain by translation. I had to think, right? Spain?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, other than his sub attacked me.
Yeah.
Which was kind of unfortunate.
So, yeah, I mean, if that doesn't translate to next session, I don't think he needs to. Like, this reminds me of communist Albania, where they built like bunkers to support 7 million people when they only had the population of 3. it's just like too much, and you're wasting money on it. So, yeah, let's not dwell on that too much. But yeah,
I already spoke to Songhai player, and he said he fucked it up a bit. He had no intention to enter on the fight.
yeah. So needless words, and instead you could be building up these amazing trade buildings everywhere. Like you have ivory, you have slaves, like just so much good shit that you can be building up. And then there's manufactories. Can you build dice manufactories yet, or is that a further tech? I think you can, right?
I think it's far.
Yeah. Anyway, like so much good shit to build up.
You could try if you give him some cash.
Oh yeah. Yep. So all of these manufactories, don't build manufactories on cows and fucking fish and grain and wool, obviously. But all of these good trade goods, like you check the price of the trade good, and if it's good, you build a manufactory. Like don't look at the modifiers.
Still swimming in money, I would still vote him on cows, right?
Sorry?
If you're like swimming in money, should you still build them on cows and stuff?
No, because you want to save those slots for soldier slots.
Yeah. Don't they pay back in time?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it depends on the situation, but I don't think they would pay back in time. Because this unlocks on Tech 15, that's right around the corner. That's probably going to be next session, right?
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be.
So, yeah, build up manufactories on good trade goods. You have more iron, you have dyes, you have like really good trade goods that you need to build up on. And then hire better advisors, develop your country. Like, you don't need to be going anywhere right now. Like, you're killing Congo, and that's great. But after that, I don't think you need to be going after Tunis. You might want to, so you get like a chunk of land and a way out. But primarily, you have so many good provinces that you just want to focus on consolidating and building up right now. Because while you're making a fair chunk of money, you could be making a lot more if you just, build up your nation well. And it seems like you have a decent amount of crown land, so it might be worth selling a couple times to get the money to build up, and then just like lower your army maintenance and start building. And make sure you're getting a fair amount of trade or subsidies for your trade deal. Paying you 7, that's 5. I don't know. I don't think 7's the right amount. I think you might want to renegotiate with Portugal here.
Right now, he's the one paying me, not because we haven't started the trade.
Why is the subsidies in Portugal?
Because I'm colonizing.
Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, when you start making the trade, you're gonna make a lot more money. And Ellis Luger, you're making a lot of sense. I don't think you're meaning to make those.
Yeah, you really hit your keyboard.
Yeah. Kongo says he's gonna show up next session, so let's take a quick look. Same boat as Tunis, I think. I don't think there's much to say here. Songhai is already in the neighborhood. He's not allied to Ethiopia. He's probably pissed off Ethiopia too. I don't think he grabbed the right provinces either, because yeah, none of these are gold. I don't know why you went here instead of for Mutapa.
Where did all his manpower go?
Wars with Songhai, because Songhai grabbed all of this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I don't know why he went for these provinces instead of Mutapa. I don't know what happened there. That's probably gonna get him killed because there's a lot of gold in there, and that could have been the saving grace. But yeah, 1/3 of Songhai's income. I don't think army's even comparable. Did he bankrupt? Yeah, he did. Alright, yeah, I just don't think there's much to do here. And he dropped. No, he didn't even get to the third one. He said he's gonna show up, and I appreciate that. I like when players stay till the end and don't just give the enemy free gains after one war, but I don't think there's anything he can do here realistically. Like, even diplo-wise, I don't see who he would talk to, so... it is what it is, I guess. It do be like that sometimes. Ethiopia stagnated a little bit. I was expecting him to be a little more rich by now, but still in a great spot. He's a little weaker than Songhai, but they're not in direct competition yet.
He lost the war to Rum because Mughals
Mughals
betrayed
helped.
him. Yeah, because Mughals was supposed to white peace, but ended up instead helping Rum and then sending him cash.
Oh boy.
There was a deal about splitting up of Rum, but Mughals didn't really follow it that well.
That's such a very instinctive. Well, that's unfortunate for Ethiopia. I guess that's why he's a little bit behind. But he's still in a good spot. I think he just how is he doing with this trade? Where's his main trade node in Zanzibar? And he's not making that much of a trade, which I don't understand. Why is he collecting in Gulf of Aden too?
I don't know.
That is not very smart.
But at the very least, he should be getting the gold in Mutaba pretty soon, so that's gonna help a lot.
That's gonna help his economy, but these two are really bad. Like transfer trade from both of those. Yeah, and then collect in Zanzibar. Like you don't want to be collecting there. That is a bad decision. And yeah, get the gold in Mutapa, develop it properly. Where are his other gold mines at? Not yet devved. 10, not yet devved.
I got lucky that one
You
also
got more
returned
gold
another
in South Africa too.
2 actually, that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good, but yeah, when he devs up all his gold, he's gonna be getting more money. He still didn't dev up the one in Africa, Ethiopia yet, but that's 100 Diplo, so you might want to keep it that way then. But
yeah, that one probably depleted looking at that of the other two.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, Natal and Inhambanes look depleted. And yeah, definitely fix your trade. I think that's gonna save your economy a little bit. What ideas did he go for? Offensive. I think that would be a good call here. So, yeah, I think Ethiopia is looking really good so far. He fell behind a little bit because of Mughals, but you know, it is what it is. And just get Mutapa, get the gold, and fix your trade. And then I don't know what you want to do about Kongo, but you might want to get some land here, seeing as you have a free colonist. Ooh, what's this alliance about? Iced?
Yeah, it was for splitting up Rum essentially. So,
so
and
you
then
might
and also
still
just
have a chance at Rum then.
Maybe depends if he trusts Mughals enough, because he screwed them all last time.
Yeah, but with you in the war, does it really matter?
Yeah, but then we have to do a combined war. I mean, we're still gonna lose, I think, if Mughals joins.
Oof, yeah. I haven't reached Mughals yet, but yeah, you're right. Alright, let's look at Rum. Oof. Damn. That is a fair chunk of subsidies. Nice.
Yeah, that's also why Ethiopia had a problem.
Yeah, I can see. Army-wise, he's looking pretty decent. He's looking almost as good as Ethiopia. He's maintaining a full cannon stack. I don't know if he needs that yet. I mean, with tech. Oh, he's behind the tech too. But yeah, with tech 13, probably good to have a full cannon stack. But it might be worth to just disband some of them and run more infantry, because you have, like, you could afford it. What else is going on in the room? He still has some crown lands to sell if he gets to that position, if he kills his rebels. So I think you fixed it up a little bit, like compared to what the last player left it off at. I think he's doing a little better, primarily due to those Mughal subsidies, you know?
Yeah, the interesting thing is that Mughals also attacked him and took 100% from him as well in the Basra.
Subsidizing him.
Yeah, he keeps subsidizing him and then attacks him and takes his stuff.
Oof. I think it's because he doesn't want his enemies making many gains. That's a pretty smart play to do. But yeah, if that's the case, I think Mughals is just saving it for himself, and I don't know what the play there is. Maybe.
So Rum's just a dead man walking then.
Well, yeah, if Mughals is taking 100% on cooldown and then subsidizing him, I think that's just because he wants him for himself. And
Should have helped me against them.
yeah, probably. I don't know what the play here is. You could try and talk to Vijay, but I don't know how strong Vijay is. And
I don't think anyone can really stop Mughals right now.
I mean, PLC is really strong, but I don't know if PLC wants to fight Mughals ever. So, like,
I mean, yeah, Mughals doesn't really go into Russia more than just killing me, so...
Yeah, and I don't know if Commonwealth's gonna want to go that far east, because he already has such a huge chunk of land, but... Yeah, let's look at Mughals.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, like I said, PLC outscaled him, and not a huge deal in economically, but I think militarily PLC outscaled him by quite a bit, because he built force limit buildings everywhere, and I don't think Mughals did. So Mughals is on 276, and what's PLC on? 341. So yeah, quite a bit. But again, I don't see them fighting ever. So that is the issue there. Not a lot of manpower now. I don't know what he managed to waste his manpower on, because like, did he fight any wars? But yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter, because when he stack it, he has 500,000 manpower, and that's probably the highest on the planet still. So yeah, I don't know why I'm looking at his vessels. Went offensive naturally, and is slowly eating into India further and further, and that kind of goes to show that yeah, I don't think they should have like allied him, because they like one by one. First Jaunpur allied him, and then he killed Jaunpur. Then like I think it was Bengal that tried to reach out to him, and then Bengal died to Vijay. And now Vijay is trying to ally Mughals, and I don't think Vijay is gonna be surviving for very long unless he like makes plans, because I don't think Mughals wants to stop here, does he?
Or would he? You know, he can just continue eating.
Yeah, and India is so fucking rich, you know, but he also has all of rum to eat right now, so there is that. But yeah, a pretty strong nation. His only actual rival right now is the PLC, and like I said, I don't see anything happening there, so very little hope for everyone that's, you know, in the path of Mughals.
You have to also take Qing into consideration, though.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to that. Qing is on the rise. Is not quite there yet, but he's on the rise, so he might be a potential future rival if Mughal slows down, but I don't see that happening. So let's take a look at Vij.
I mean, he has been friendly with Vijay for a while now.
The problem with Mughals is that he keeps befriending everyone, and everyone keeps believing him, and then he kills them.
Yeah, no, same with me. When he said he wasn't going to go any north when I was Russia. That was just not very true. So I thought we had like a deal, but he didn't, no.
Like, everyone around him sees him like killing people, and then they're like, oh, but he's gonna be friendly with me. Let me just kill someone else. Make it easier for him. It's just, you know, play the game better diplo-wise, people. Like, come on, he's just gonna roll over all of Asia if you keep letting him. Like, you need to
hello?
Hello?
This is Vijay.
In the middle of me talking. I was just saying, Asia needs to start doing Diplo outside of Mughals, especially with like the very unlimited, unrestricted Diplo rules that we have right now. You need to take advantage of that, and you need to be reaching out to more people and make sure that you don't get rolled over, specifically Vijay, because I mean Room's pretty much dead right now, and Vijay is next on the line. So I think you need to be doing Diplo really hard with pretty much everyone. To make sure you don't get rolled over by Mughals. I do not advise you going after Mughals, but you need to have some sort of a defensive agreement with them, you know? Otherwise, you just get rolled over.
That works out great, doesn't it?
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, let's look at Vijay and what's going on here. Fair bit of income. Stagnated a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I have a lot of buildings to build. That's what I plan on focusing on. Yeah, I have some really good manufacturers.
Oh my god, yes, you do. This would be worth a bankruptcy bill, I think. Jesus. It's gonna... give you so
With
much
Mughals
defense.
next door.
Okay, maybe don't do bankruptcy build because last time I suggested that it was a bad idea. Scratch that. Yeah, just don't listen to me when I'm advising bankruptcies. Maybe sell some titles and build off of that. I don't get why everyone's running like cheapest advisors, but
Hey.
I had a level 3 for the longest time. I'm just trying to pay off all my debt right now. Because I'm way ahead of Mill anyways.
yeah, I didn't see you're in debt. What happened there? Your war or?
See, we were doing completely fine against Kemmer,
Until
and then
Until
I'm not gonna put Ava under the bus here, but Ava wanted a fort and we went after it, and then just for how it watched Earth, so
Oh, just
the
What fort?
four different battles for it, which
The
just
mountain
made the
one?
war like 6 years long. Yeah, the level
Not
2
much longer.
north
We
on
lost
the mountains.
120k in one battle on that.
Just
Yeah.
because of how it was like 4 different battles where
that's
because of
that's
Forged Earth,
that's
we
fine.
didn't realize.
Just talk to me later.
Good God. Yeah, you don't. I don't see why you would push that, honestly, because you
Yeah,
could have just gone through the south to the
100%
jungles.
there where we were taking wars for, so it could have been like a 3-year war at Painless, but
But no.
that was
Bengal
definitely a
is
learning
small.
experience.
Yes. Pretty good force limit though, and it looks like when you recover, you could be a competitor somewhat to Mughals, especially when you build up, and that's like definitely another reason why you need to kind of diplo, because when he notices that, he's not gonna be friendly for much longer, I think. So
Phenomenal military quality as well.
yeah, I don't get why you went to exploration though. I think that is a very bad choice, and I think Mughals is gonna take advantage of that because he went offensive, and he's obviously gonna have a better army than you doing that. And where is your?
I'll reconsider that. I was yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I had to go over the save this and see
Yeah, I think you
what
need
I'm
to
gonna
load
do in
up
the
the
future.
save, and you also need to fix up your fort line. You just need to min-max against the Timurids as much as possible. You have an ability to make a really good fort line here. You have a lot of jungles and hills and shit, but you have to remove some of these forts, like Grassland Fort, gone. You have 3 forts here hugging each
Yeah, I
other.
started to delete another grassland fort, so
Yeah, you have 3 forts here hugging each other. Delete the middle one.
yeah, I just integrated a vassal, and
Okay, yeah.
I plan on
And the west side of your
yeah,
country to your capital is completely open.
just once I get my economy back up.
Another thing I recommend, because I don't think Mughals is ever going to have a navy better than yours, move your capital to the island. If you have any good provinces here that you can dev, because I imagine your capital's... Oof.
I mean, I'm not quite sure about that.
That's going to be expensive, yeah.
Not only that, but just if it doesn't really spec into a navy. Like Malacca could also just come and power to a bunch.
That's also right, but definitely either build up your fort line on the west side or move your capital, because right here is really bad position, and again Timurids or Mughals can just walk in right now, and that's a really bad position to be. Basically what I'm saying is you need to orientate your nation from this point on towards like building up as tall as you can and not getting rolled over by Mughals, and you have very good potential to do that. You just have to play it right.
Okay, thanks for the advice.
Why are you running cav? Do you have any cav modifiers? Plus 10. Do you think
I had a mission for plus 15 cav combat ability in my missions, and then I had plus 10, so I had plus 25 cav ability.
Yeah, but I think that's expired, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was just for the war.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if you want to keep running that many. I'm just... Oof, you also need to probably embrace these cultures. Bengali, Marathi, that seems like something...
Yeah, I just became an empire at the end of the session.
Oh, right. Okay. And... let's look at your trade. Pushing from Bengal and Deccan into Coromandel.
And Ava's giving, we have a trade deal.
Yeah, that's... I don't... why?
Because
your
Southeast Asian trade is shit.
Yeah,
That's
but his
fine.
trade efficiency is miserable. Like, I don't think you're making anything out of that trade deal.
Like
Either of you.
1 ducat each.
Hmm. I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't seem worth it because your trade efficiency is really low. Maybe if you went trade as third idea.
What is the trade efficiency of Ava?
I think Ava was on like 40% when I looked.
Yeah, but there's no way for VJ to
20.
transfer to me.
No.
Yeah.
So actually, the more you send to VG, the more money you lose. Totally.
Yeah. I don't think it's a good deal right now. I think on Tech 5 or Idea Group 5, when you get trade ideas, it will be worth it. But for now, I don't think it's worth it. And yeah, again, definitely scrap this. You only wasted a little bit of points, but yeah. Anyway, that's it for VJ. A very good nation and has a tremendous amount of potential. When you build up all this shit, you're just gonna be swimming in fucking money. And you have so many provinces to build regimental camps in still, and your force limit is high to begin with. So when you build up your nation, you're gonna be nearly as strong as Mughals. So just focus on building your nation. Don't waste money on going to foreign player wars too much. Like going against Khmer here for you, I don't think it made any sense because you got Ayatollah, and you don't really get much out of it. Like the trade of Siam goes to Malacca, you get some land, I guess, but you know.
Maybe if they plan to go for Malacca next, could make sense.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening, honestly. Like they don't have the navy for that. Let's take a look at Ava. But yeah, again, like I said, I think I honestly think if I was you, I would just focus on building up my nation because you can spike up so much in one session just doing that.
Alright, sounds good.
What's going on in Ava? Managed to survive. On the other hand, while VG didn't get much out of like going after Khmer, Ava managed to survive, so good diplo there, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I did, because of the screw up with Khmer, I did end up bankruptcy building out of that worth for like 1500 gold, I think, worth of buildings.
Yeah.
So not very cash money. But yeah, bankrupt right now. For anyone who feels like killing my nation, this might very well be the most optimal time, I think.
I know, that's what I said.
Yeah, Qing consolidated China. I think your only move here is to diplo both Qing and Vijay and Malacca, or all three, not both, and try and grab the rest of Khmer for yourself. Because if you don't,
I have that theoretically at least secured already. Like I have deals for the overwhelming majority of what's left of Khmer. My biggest problem right now is basically that I'm trapped between the 3 of the 4 biggest great powers, and if any 2 of them decide I should die, I just die.
yeah, you just have to make sure you don't end up in the position that Diviet in season 26 ended up with. But even so, like you can look at the Skander or the save there. He has 400,000 troops in 1650, I think. So like just grabbing this region here, people don't understand how valuable it is. Like this is a very good amount of provinces here. They're very good provinces. You can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of armies. Like just grabbing this region doesn't mean you're dead. Being boxed.
Diviet has a lot more of Canton though.
Yeah, there is that, but I'm just saying, like, if he doesn't have all of this, you know, and that amounts for something. So I'm saying if you get boxed in here, that's not the end of the world, as long as you build up your nation well after that, and then you can do diplomacy and side with one or the other, and try and push out.
Yeah, it's like my nation's not dead. It's just that I'm almost never going to outscale any of my immediate neighbors.
Yeah, but at the same time, they might have a better interest in fighting each other. Yeah.
Over me, yeah.
Yeah. Also, like I said, Vijay is gonna have problems with Mughals, and Qing's gonna have problems with Japan. You know, there's always people you can talk to, but yeah, it is what it is. A little boxed in right now, and that's just about it for Ava. I don't think there's much more to look at because you said you're
behind on second ideas quite significantly.
Yeah, behind the buildings.
No, I have no good manufacturers to build yet, which sucks.
Well, as long as you go for a decent third idea group, you should be fine, I guess.
Offensive or defensive? Not
I-
exactly sure.
If you have the money, I mean, I can't tell right now because you're bankrupt, but if you have the money, I might go quantity. But yeah, I don't know.
Like, defensive for the already good terrain I have might be an idea. Sure, maybe I go for that third.
I think offensive would be
6.
better if you're just going for like army quality because it just gives so many bonuses. I don't think defensive is that.
Have
worth
you
it.
made any changes to defensive, like in the mod?
Not really. No, I
Well,
don't think with the tweak.
You added something.
The
I
first
think
I did, like
traditional
the
decay.
oh yeah, it's like that's not the same in space game, is it?
It is.
No,
Are you
no, it
sure?
got,
It's
No,
100%
it
more
is.
per
It
battle,
was.
isn't it?
It was updated recently.
yeah, the base game got changed.
Oh.
Yeah, in the base
okay.
game, if you have that, it's like 100% more per battle. So
Yeah.
you almost have 100% fucking armor tradition all the time. You get great generals.
Oh,
It's
damn.
If you
honestly
fight.
really good.
So maybe we might want to mod that in, I guess.
Yeah, no, actually, defensive ideas, like that's so much more. You get like 15 plus. If you get 100 tradition, you get like 25 more.
Alright, let's take a look
So
at
it's
Malacca.
actually really powerful.
Or Malaya now. What's going on here? Making a really good amount of money from trade. Obviously, he is also stealing a bunch from China, I think, which is without even having a fleet here, I think. Or does he have? Oh yeah, he does. He has a significant fleet. That's why I was talking about trade deals, because again, China can consolidate all of China and still completing money to Malacca, unless he's able to make some sort of a trade deal. And that's just, you know, it just sucks. But anyway, let's look at Malacca. Still didn't. Think we told him to try and get these cultures promoted because he has quite a bit of land that is unaccepted culture. So
Is he close to 1,000 development?
739.
Yeah, okay, a bit away.
He's about reached his like expansion potential though, so like he has
I mean,
a
he
little bit to
can.
colonize here. So I don't know.
Yeah.
He can dev though, can't he?
Yeah.
300. That's going to take a couple of sessions.
Yeah, he can
I mean,
definitely
yeah.
quite a bit though, but again, the problem here is like everyone else making a bunch of money, running low-level advisors.
And also, can't he expand into Khmer? You know,
Uh,
the dead corpse, that is Khmer.
yeah, he
How
can.
do you ever
but,
defend it?
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to defend it unless it's like very little war score. So maybe try and grab the, victory card. But besides that, I wouldn't try and expand too much on like anywhere else because they can, if they have more than 50%, they can stab hit you. And I don't think he's ever gonna be able to compete militarily with Vijay, Qing, or any of the land players there. His true power is his navy, and as you can see, he has the strongest navy in the world right now. So, by far, I think GB only has 20 ships too, 20 heavies. So, maybe chill out on building heavies, because when you're the strongest nation in the world twice over, you don't really need to be building more heavies. That's just a bit of a waste of money when it comes to that. But yeah, it's always good to be ahead, I guess. Maintaining forts on an island during peace, I think I would, probably not maintain those.
I will probably build a fort on the opposite side of the island, like it.
Johor?
Johor, yeah.
Wouldn't
Because
that
they have to siege it. No, they have to siege it down, and when it sieges down, you can blockade it.
But he can blockade it either way, can he? What do you mean?
No, technically they could still like go into Siak if they don't take that Johor province.
No, if he just puts ships here, they can't. Are you sure?
Yeah, because you can't really blockade your own land.
You got me
No,
confused
if
here.
you own one side of the strait and you have ships in it,
Yeah,
they
I'm
can
pretty
never
sure if you
come.
just put ships here, they can't go through it. Like blockading the province doesn't.
I
It's
think he's
blockading the
saying
strait.
to put a fort on the island. There is the strait, and there is one island.
Yeah.
But that's so much worse, Cole.
Yeah,
Just
they
if you
get war
put-
score from it though, but I don't know.
But if you put a fort on the island,
I think he needs
south,
to
south of
test
the
that.
strait,
Test
maybe
it out and see
he-
if they can cross without it. Built up his nation everywhere, obviously. I don't think anyone's surprised by that. He has a bit of tax buildings that are worth. I think the plus 14 is still worth. I don't know. Just built the first three, I guess. Manufactories doesn't have any, oddly. Oh, he's behind the depot, is he?
What about if he puts the fort on the island south of the strait?
Sorry?
There's a if he builds a fort south of the strait.
The island that's modern day Singapore. Yep. That.
There's a small island.
I don't
Doesn't the
think that
fort
would.
blocks the strait also?
I have no
And
clue.
he
I don't
cannot.
think so.
I have no clue how that would work, how the fort line would work there. I have no idea.
It would theoretically zone of control.
Yeah, theoretically, but you know how the game is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to start building buildings, I guess, and he's gonna spike in. He's gonna spike in his money. I'm stupid, and his economy is gonna spike a lot. Is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, he needs to catch up on tech as well, so he can build the good manufactories. And yeah,
Does it say it's so expensive? Does he have a lot of inflation?
20 inflation.
20%. Wow, how did it get that high?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
How devd is his gold mine?
Gold mine is here. Properly devved, but I think he only has one gold mine, right? So I don't see.
Yes.
Yes. So I don't see how that can get you to 20.
I have no idea.
I mean, yeah. If he ever gets access admin, he should really get that down.
Yeah, that you should get that down. Like you have access admin now. You don't need to catch up on admin tech. You need to catch up on diplotech so you get the manufactories, but get down the inflation so you can get better advisors, because this is hurting you a little bit. And no advisors, buildings. Sorry, as well. So try and
Probably make a fort next to your capital too. Like it's relatively exposed compared to the rest of your forts.
Yeah, but again, it's on an island. It doesn't really matter. But if he wants to build a better fort line, just I think I don't know. He needs to rebuild his fort line if he wants to make a better one. But again, he's on an island. It doesn't really matter. He has
Yeah, I mean, if the enemy gets to an island, he doesn't beat it anyway, so it just really matter.
It doesn't really matter if they're already on his island. It's like GB. If when they land, you're dead. You know, so.
Is there any point in spawning a player of Australia?
Maybe he gets some more force limit. I guess if anyone wants to play on Australia, they could. But yeah, Australia is not that great. It's just he's gonna get some more, like 30, 40 more units, I guess, and some more navy. Did we look at Khmer?
No,
it's not gonna be played the next session, so.
Right, let's go look at King then. Sorry for my dog making demon noises, if you can hear that. Alright, let's look at King. The rising power in the east. Decent economy, but primarily on tax. Like I said, trade's kind of fucked in China and Europe, and that's a bit of a problem. I think he's going to be able to consolidate this somewhat. All of these trade centers are level 1, I think, because everyone here has been bankrupt like 7 times over, like Ming. So yeah, when you upgrade the trade centers, you're going to be making more money, because Malaya is not going to be able to steal as much of it. Build up 52 light ships, put them there as well, so you don't lose that trade. And yeah, that's pretty much the best moves for King right now, because your main problem is just like losing all this shit to... How is your gold income 1? What the fuck? Oh, it's
I got a province really recently, so I didn't do it in the end.
Okay, yeah, so I think dev that, but before before you build any buildings, I think your primary goal, because you have a lot of amazing buildings, but the problem is you're not going to get a lot of that trade for yourself. You're just going to be giving more money to Malaya unless you make a trade deal with him. But you can go around making that trade deal by upgrading these trade centers, putting a fleet here, and then build up a bunch of fucking buildings, and you should be fine. You also have some in Canton, but I don't know if there's... Oh, there's quite a few good fucking goods here. So...
I mean, okay, you build the fleet and then Malacca just occurs trade war on you and either kills the fleet or blockades you. So like, and you can't do shit to him. So is there really a point to trying to be in any way belligerent?
Can you fabricate trade war? I forget.
Yes.
For a trade conflict. Huh.
It's like really cheap as well.
Yeah, I don't know. You might want to try and reach out to Malaya, but again, this is a prime example of why I think trade deals need to be allowed to some extent, because like he just said, Malaya can even if you do all that shit, Malaya can just declare a trade war on you, blockade you, and you can't do jack shit about it, you know?
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty aware of it. Yeah.
So that's why I'm really trying to make sure we don't ban trade deals going forwards, because it's just gonna ruin whoever's in China, whoever's in Africa.
Of course.
Uh,
Makes sense.
Quantity, quality, what's your force limit at? 170, that's great. You keeping cavalry around for some reason, or just didn't get around to getting rid of them yet?
Yeah, I didn't get rid of them yet. Just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you want to try and pinch pennies like really hard, and because you have so much good shit to build up, like so much good shit, like it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the cows obviously, but all this shit is what I was going to. And also manpower everywhere. Like I imagined. Good God, man! You just build up your nation. You're gonna rule over everyone. It's insane. How many provinces do you have?
170, I think.
174. Like it's just yikes. I'm just saying, like pinch pennies like really hard and build every building you can. Make sure your inflation's in zero. That's good. I think there's a policy to reduce building cost. Did we get that yet?
Yeah, we have that. At least I did.
I think
Maybe
that's
you
for
need.
the third idea group.
It's admin. It's admin.
What?
It's under admin policies.
Oh, is it here? Yeah.
Did you change the
Oh yeah.
name?
Get it.
Yeah.
And get building, like, cause when you build up like all your provinces, you're gonna be so fucking strong. It's ridiculous. What's your diplo like?
I'm pretty much allied to everyone around me. I don't want to fight anyone because obviously I just need to build, so.
Yeah, that's very smart.
Like, no conflicts at all.
That is very smart. So, yeah. That's about it for King then, I guess. Not much more to say. Definitely a rising power. I think it's gonna be a major player. Now without the fucking mandate mechanic, we could actually have a strong China, and it's looking good. Thank God we got rid of that shit. That just does not work in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Alright. Final nation is Japan, unless I missed someone, and I don't think I did.
Oh.
Is a Japan player here? I don't think so. Nope. Can you tell me about his diplo and stuff, King? Flappy?
Well, he was fighting Malaya like a few times. I don't know how much exactly. And we have like a border deal, and that's pretty much all of his diplo because that's the only two people who like border him. He's probably allied to Ava or someone, but he's not. No, he's not. Okay, that was just to prevent coalitions or something. So his
No,
diplo is pretty much.
that
Oh.
was the time he chose break no CB into Malacca.
Okay.
We were alright previously.
Yeah, that was interesting. I'm not sure if like that's the move, but I don't really want
what
to.
happened there.
Yeah,
I
I
also
do,
declared on command with mill access. Cough, cough.
Oh god, so much fun stuff going on in Asia. I really wish I'd seen it in Nepal or something. What does his nation look like, building-wise? He still hasn't grabbed his victory card. I guess he just is like morally opposed to getting score because his victory card spawned on his island, and it's on AI. He could have grabbed it on session 1. Like it's one province away. I guess he's just making like a statement, I suppose. But yeah, besides that, I don't think there's much to say about Japan. He just, like Qing, he has a lot of shit to build up, and he's going to be very strong when he does.
I mean,
not
problem is
quite as strong as Qing, obviously, but
like you're already out of expansion room, and if strictly hypothetically speaking, in spite of what Flappy said earlier about how he was looking to consolidate mostly, if Qing allies Malaya right now and decks on you, what do you do?
nothing. I don't think there's a win in that situation, which is a very good point. So I guess he needs to be talking to Malaya, because if Qing declares on him and gets Korea, that's, you know, horrible, but whatever. You'll live without Korea, right? But if
Yeah, but you're never gonna contest Malaya in any world.
yeah, that's what I'm
ever.
saying. If Qing declares on you and allies Malaya, you're dead, because you didn't go for navy build, and the Qing is stronger than you land-wise right now. So you're kind of screwed. Like you went.
Yeah, Qing has incentive to kill you just to secure his eastern flank.
Yeah, the thing
and
is, like
never
he
worry
went
about
for exclusively, like he went quality, I guess, but that's not going to compete with Malaya's navy. So he went almost exclusively land build, and the problem with that is that now he kind of has to fight Qing, but I just don't see him winning that fight because he's so far behind Qing. So what I advise for Japan is talk to Malaya, make sure Malaya doesn't ally Qing, and consolidate, and then
The Malaya
either
backstab.
go into Alaska or something, or just sit and wait for someone else to kill Qing, and then you can get some land. Because right now on your own, I don't see a play that you can make. For now, you're relatively safe because of the mountain fort, and Korea is just so hard to occupy. So if Qing declares on you, you have a fighting chance. But I would build, like, this fort line is garbage. You have a fort in farmlands, and there's a mountain next to it. Like, that's trash. Delete this, build a fort here, and yeah, if Qing declares on you, you can put up a fight as long as Malaya's not in it. Like he's gonna have to bleed a lot just to get Korea, and I don't think that's worth it for him, especially seeing as he needs to consolidate. So yeah, make it hard for Qing to get Korea, and he won't even try it most likely. Talk to Malaya, consolidate your nation, and wait. And that's about it for Japan. And that concludes everyone, I think. Right? Yeah, that would be it. And yeah, on a side note about Japan, if you're going to Alaska and California, I'm pretty sure that's going to be largely uncontested, and that could be a play because colonial nations are a thing, and you could get a fair amount of manpower out of there. And that would be it.